Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Every Pound Counts, my journey on low pay to financial freedom. This video is going to be about my investment portfolio. At the moment I'm investing with Trading 212 just for an edge against inflation really. I want to try and beat inflation, and I feel the possible returns are probably greater than any savings account in Britain at the moment. Bear in mind the value of my stocks can go up and down, so it is a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. I kind of don't put all my money in the stocks though, because I do like to have an emergency fund which I put in a regular saver, and I do like to save up for a house which is in a lifetime ISA. And my stocks and shares ISA at the moment, I've been investing for about a year now, and I have £5 inside my ISA, split between 4 different stocks. At the start I did dabble in individual stocks. It didn't work out well for me, so now I don't really like to play risky with my money, so I've got it in less risk stocks, even though all stocks are a risk. So yeah, I have £5 in there at the moment. I started about a year ago, and my returns are pretty decent at the moment. So my biggest allocation is in the FTSE All World accumulation fund, which means all the dividends I earn get automatically reinvested into the stock. At the moment I've got £1,741 in this stock, and it's gave me a return of 9.51%, and that's £151. As you can see, 9.51% is a lot better returns than any savings account will give me in Britain, which is running at 4% or just below 4%. I bought these stocks at an average price of £5.70, and they are now worth £6.24. My second biggest allocation is the S&P 500 distribution, so that pays me the dividends, and I just reinvest them anyway back into the fund. At the moment I'm at 13.3%, which, as I say, is better than 4% on a savings account. I've made around £190 profit at the moment, and I bought these at £86.40, and they're now worth nearly £98. I've gone into gold as well, just for a bit of diversification. I got in it a bit late, to be honest with you, and I bought them at £5.90, £59 a share. They're now worth £61 a share, and I've got 15.5 shares in there at the moment. Now I do have a dud back from my early days of investing. It's my only British company, and it's B&M Bargains. I had great belief in the company because they've set out in all the retail parks. They're expanding in France, and just seem to sell everything, and they're always busy. And the dividend yield is pretty high at, I think it's around 15% a year. So it's good dividends. And I did buy them at a big dip. That was at £2.50 a share. Since then it's crashed, and they're now worth £1.69 a share. So I've had a big loss of 32.3% on 410 shares. The silver lining is my dividends from this stock are due on the 10th of December. So that'll give me a little £17–18 dividends. I will not be reinvesting them back into that stock. I will probably just put it in the all worlds, to be honest with you. I'm hoping B&M next year will start improving. They've got a new managing director, but to be honest, I'm just trying to reduce my exposure on B&M bargains and not take them as big as loss. Because the thing is with the stocks, your losses and your profits are only paper value until you actually sell them. So it's only a loss on paper and actually in my pocket at the moment. But I'm willing to just hold this stock for the next 5 years and see where it goes. I could possibly lose all my money, or it could go crazy and I get more than I put in. We'll see. I do have a few grand in Bitcoin, which I invested in a few years ago, around when it was around 40,000 a Bitcoin. But I've been reinvesting a bit lately, and now I've got an average of 68,000, and they've had a big crash over the last month or two, so it's now only worth 69,000. I've got a 1-2% return on that. I'm hoping it will start increasing, but that's just play money really. Not really much of my funds, and I've got over 10 grand in a lifetime ISA. But anyway guys, thank you for listening. Do you have any stocks? What do you invest in? Do you think my strategy is alright, or could I improve it, and where could I improve it? So yeah, I'm hoping to build a community of some kind here, and all of us on low pay can give each other tips and advice, and we can all thrive together and make the best of our current situations. Well, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.